Welcome to this step-by-step ASP.NET Core tutorial for beginners. Whether you are brand new to web development or just getting started with the .NET Core, you are in the right place. In this video, we will guide you from the basics to building your first ASP.NET Core application with complete clarity. Here is what we will cover in this video. We will start by understanding what ASP.NET Core is and why it is so powerful for modern development. Then we will set up your development environment and walk through building your first project step by step. Before we begin, make sure you have the tools ready. You will need Visual Studio or VS Code, the latest .NET SDK installed, and a browser to test your app. Don't worry, I will guide you through each step, even if you are not familiar with all these tools. So, why should you learn ASP.NET Core? It is fast, secure, cross-platform and backed by Microsoft. That means you are learning a future-proof framework used by companies all over the world for building scalable and secure web applications. Now that you are set up and ready, let us dive into the practical part. We will create a new project, understand the folder structure, and then build and run your very first ASP.NET Core web application. Welcome back. In this video, we will learn about layout pages and ViewStart, two powerful features in ASP.NET Core that help you create a consistent and maintainable user interface. Layout pages provide a shared template for your views, ensuring that all your pages have the same basic structure and design. This helps to create a consistent look and feel across your entire application. The default layout page is typically located in the /views/shared folder and is named _layout.cshtml. The underscore at the beginning of the file indicates that this is a partial view, which is not directly accessible from the browser. Let us take a look at the structure of a typical _layout.cshtml file. The layout page usually includes the basic HTML structure such as the doc type HTML, head tag, and body tags. It also typically includes the header, footer, and navigation elements that are common to all pages in your application. You can add your application's logo, menu, and other branding elements to the header and footer. The most important part of the layout page is the @renderBody method. This is a placeholder where the content of each individual view will be inserted. When a view is rendered, its content will be inserted into the layout page at the location of the @renderBody method. Now that we have our layout page, we need to tell ASP.NET Core to use it for our views. We do this using the underscore viewstart.cshtml file. The viewstart.cshtml file is located in the /views folder and is executed before each view is rendered. It is used to set the default layout for all views in the folder and its subfolders. Inside the viewstart.html file, add the following code: at layout equal underscore layout. This code sets the layout properties to layout CSHTML, telling ASP.NET Core to use this layout page for all views in the /views folder and its subfolders. By using a layout page, we can ensure that all our views have a consistent look and feel. This makes our application more user-friendly and easier to navigate. Layout pages also reduce code duplication. Instead of repeating the same HTML structure in each view, we can define it once in the layout page and reuse it across all views. This makes our application easier to maintain and update. If we need to change the layout of our application, we only need to modify the layout page, and the changes will be automatically applied to all views that use that layout. While ViewStart CHTML sets the default layout, you can override it in individual views if needed. This is useful if you have a specific page that requires a different layout or no layout at all, like a login page. To override the default layout, add the layout properties to the top of your view and set it to the desired layout file. If you want to disable the layout for a specific view, set the layout property to null. Now, let us see our layout in action. Open your application and navigate between different views. Notice how the header, footer, and overall structure remain consistent, providing a seamless user experience. This demonstrates the power of using layout pages in ASP.NET Core to maintain a uniform look and feel across your application. Let us explore some advanced features of layout pages. One powerful feature is the ability to define sections within your layout. You can create sections for scripts and styles that are specific to certain views. For example, at the render section, scripts required false allows individual views to define their own script sections that can be included in the layout. This is particularly useful for loading page-specific JavaScript without cluttering the global scripts. To ensure your layout pages are effective and maintainable, here are some best practices. Keep your layout pages clean and minimal, focusing on the shared structure rather than view-specific content. Use sections for content that varies between views and regularly review and refactor your shared layouts to keep them up to date. Maintaining a consistent naming convention for your views and layouts will also help in organizing your project. In this video, we have learned about layout pages and ViewStart, two powerful features in ASP.NET Core that help you create a consistent and maintainable user interface. We explored what layout pages are, how to define a master layout in layout.cshtml, how to set the default layout using ViewStart.cshtml, and how to reuse the layout across all views. By using layout pages and ViewStart, you can create a professional looking and easy to maintain web application. I encourage you to create your own layout pages and use them to foster a consistent and maintainable UI for your application.